The Social Impact Fund is focusing on investing in the barrier to health equity in the United States. In the communities that are most impacted by health inequity, generally there's really inspiring entrepreneurs and NGOs that exist there, but the way the current system is, they often don't get to participate in the solutions. And so what our goal of our fund is to first address social determinants of health solutions and support those evidence-based approaches, but also go into those local communities and help source and broaden the pool of actors that actually get to participate in trying to drive towards the solution. What we're building with our portfolio across the country are local community-led solutions that are driving measurable change in these communities that ultimately can be scaled to other similar communities across the country.
As a new entrepreneur, especially for a startup tech company, I didn't know how to raise money, and actually I was really afraid to. So I started looking up how to fund a startup tech company that actually does something good for the community.
The Social Impact Fund has allowed us to do the one thing that we could never do before, and that is increase capacity. And saying it's okay to not have it all together from day one. We can put something out there and then build it and grow it as a community together. And I'm really happy to be part of an ecosystem that's driving that change in the neighborhood.
The access to funding for businesses like ours is difficult. When you're used to not having things to make you healthy or to make you stronger as a community, you tend to just go with the flow. But if we had the funding, if we had the big ideas, and if we had the community buy-in to say this is exactly what we need and we want this and we're going to support it, then that's going to jumpstart communities like this.
To have access to funding that doesn't require debt, which most of us are in no position to service, and that doesn't take a piece of equity out of our business, but just says we believe in what you're doing, and for us the return is the social return, it's unheard of, completely unheard of. And in the amounts that you are funding these businesses, these are transformative amounts. And I would only hope that 40 Acres can deliver the return that makes other organizations and foundations like the American Heart Association sit up and take notice and say, this is how we want to fund social innovation going forward. The unique thing about the Social Impact Fund, it's one of the first foundations to recognize that social impact comes from more than just the nonprofit sector. The fact that you opened up the pool of available actors that were eligible for funding is unheard of. No one else is doing it. This type of funding is not available for small businesses.
Even though this may not affect your community, it's important for all of us, not just help our own, but help people outside of our own little box. And so that's why it's important to have funds like this so that everybody all over the world can live healthy.